Yeah, right.
Cool, we're streaming.
All right.
No, why is it doing that? It's weird.
It's so weird to look
Your chroma key is getting weird. I'm
now.
not
There's
sure.
like
I gotta adjust your filter here. Filters. Oh, that's weird.
yeah. Hang on.
Oh, that's the overlay. Hang on for what? Oh, that's weird. Oh.
it's doing weird stuff because of the background. Just 1 sec. I know we're on, but it's not Jane. See ya.
Yeah, she's been popping in and out for a few minutes.
Yeah, she's moving. I had the green screen behind me, but now it's not there anymore. So that's what the weirdness was. I think. All right. Ready for real this time. Do I need to do a light thing or move or anything?
No, just say where you are. Yeah, it's fine like that. Okay, we'll get you back onto here. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so what are we doing today?
I'm mad at that. So, sent the agenda before.
Mhm.
Okay, so for the Gitparable, I've lost all my energy for the Gitparable, but I think that was a good exercise for learning the basics of Git. So we're going to get into the Git documentation today.
Okay.
But for the Gitparable, if you want to upload it, make some tweaks on it and upload it to your YouTube, feel free. But it's incomplete. Maybe we can get funding for it.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so just let me look over here. Yeah, it's looking good. So, noise. Huh?
I'm going to send you a link again.
A link to what?
The link to the GitHub documentation or the Git documentation.
What, to this?
I don't know.
Actually, never mind. That's not going to work. Okay, just got to do this. I'm being silly here.
Or one viewer is going to get upset.
Could be me. Could be me.
This is good. This is good though. It's all coming together.
Yeah. All right. So you can probably see in the inside the screen there, I have the link that you sent me earlier. Is that what we're discussing first?
Yeah. Are you sharing your screen with me?
I am not, but I can do it. Just give me a sec.
Because when I see your camera, I see the green chroma thing. It's really weird. I can't really see the text. But yeah, basically just do a walkthrough of... Yeah, let me move you over here, by the way. Let me move you to the center. Come on. Oh, I don't need this section. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm going to move you over here. So yeah, there we go, perfect. So now I'm looking at the same area, same spot. Okay, cool. Can you go, is that the top of this? Can you go up to the top?
What do you mean?
Top of the web page.
Yeah, that's where I am.
Oh, how come I can't see any of
I
the...
do not know. I am about an egg.
Oh, is that just the way it is?
I
Oh,
don't know.
can you take all of the stuff at the end off? The gitscm.com. Just go to gitscm.com. Take all the rest of it.
Oh, okay. Sure. Oops.
I don't
I
know
put
if
a
it's
question
any,
mark.
I don't know if it's any different or not.
So far, not. Nope. The top of it says "Get everything is local." So I'm not sure what you're seeing.
Yeah, that's fine. I know I'm seeing it. It just looks different than what I was looking for. Click on the documentation. I think it just might be something I've never used before. I usually just go straight to the documentation.
So you want me to click on documentation right here? Done.
Yeah, this is more what I was looking for. So, what I want to do is just go through the links on the left, the about, and then documents, and then reference, and then books and videos, and then downloads.
Okay.
Thank you. Just to do a walkthrough.
Mm-hmm.
So, click on the about.
Yeah. Okay. About.
Yeah, and this is kind of the stuff of all of. This is kind of all of the things that we did with the Gitparable. So this little bit explains branching and merging. I don't want to read the whole thing. We'll just
Okay.
go through it real quick. But if you can scroll up through this content, or scroll down through this content, however you say it, and just see if there's anything that jumps out I want to talk about. With branching and merging, I think you understand already.
Yeah, like that's what we were doing with our little project there, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I think the graphic. Actually, you want to just give me control and then I can scroll around?
Sure. Remote control. Give mouse control to Scott. Okay, it's all yours.
All right. Let's accept it. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so that's branching and merging. Yeah, nothing there. I didn't think there was anything there. Small and fast is just the thing with the compression and part of the Gitparable. Because we went through the Gitparable first, it's talking about just how much faster this
Can
is.
you scroll up a little bit? Can you go back and then scroll up a little bit?
Yeah.
Just scroll up a little bit because I want to read something. It says, for testing, large AWS instances were set up in the same availability zone. Okay, that's all. I just saw something I recognized.
You saw words that you recognized.
Yeah. Okay, you can go to the next screen, and then I just was like,
that's cool.
It just is related to AWS, which you've been helping me study for a while. So.
And then distributed. One of the things that we didn't talk about before was the old version control systems. Used to be like I say the word distributed version control.
Yes.
And you just go, oh, okay. But what I never told you is before, in the olden days, pre-Git, there was a couple of version-based or central.
Yep.
Version.
Mm-hmm.
And so it had a central one where everybody would log into a central one, and you'd always have to check out from the central one. So you couldn't really work offline, or it was more difficult to work offline. So the distributed version control system is a big deal.
Yep. Sure. Oh man, I need some caffeine.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same.
Me too. I'm gonna read a book.
The same thing. 1 second.
When my little sister saw me riding my skateboard, she said, "Me too." Then I had to help her ride. I had a paper airplane that I made myself, but my little sister saw it and said, "Me too." Then she threw it in a tree.
Me too.
I went hiking. Oh, with my friends, and my little sister said, "Me too." I got some children's books here.
I see. I figured that.
I need caffeine. I'm not going to drink it though. Too late. It's too late. It's past 6.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I always forget that. I always forget. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
I
Maybe we should be doing introductions at the beginning of our streams. I can say hello. This is Corey coming to you from Eastern Standard Time, and you're coming from Vancouver because as good as we look, and we are thousands of miles apart.
Yeah, actually, put a little CNN box.
Yeah.
Vancouver, BC.
Yeah.
Underneath next time.
That's a good idea. That's actually a really good idea. I can do that.
So shared repository and then the distributed repository. I don't want to go into the details, but it's a big deal.
Yes.
Data assurance, not data insurance. Data assurance is using those meta tags to make sure that what you think you have is what you actually have. The staging area, I think you got this one pretty good, where you have like the working directory and then you have the staging area, which you do the working directory, do git add to get it into staging, and then you do the git commit. And then I can't really see this. But I don't know what this is. I'm imagining it's the same version of this, but in a slightly different way.
Mm-hmm.
-A. Oh yeah, it's probably just talking about you can add all instead of just the other one. And free and open source, we know that. Free and open source. And then if you ever, that's just trademark stuff. We can't make something called Git, but I think we knew that as well.
Oh, I see.
So I'm going to go backwards a little bit here. I'm going to go to the community part and then work my way back to the documentation.
All right.
So, one of the things about Git that more people should lean on is lots of people use Git, so there's all kinds of questions and mailing lists, and you can report, like, it's not a perfect thing, so you can do bug reports. This is one of the things I actually there's probably still an active IRC channel, but I don't know how. I don't think like they're still using this, but I don't know how active this is. It would be interesting to see how active.
It's so weird to see that is still active, because back when I was like dating Karen here when I was like 25, we were going to this place on Poulette Street, which was called the Little Chicken, and it was a meeting of people that were from a chat room. Internet relay chat, the Little Chicken, because it was on Poulette Street, like it's Poulet, but it was Poulette.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just weird to see that from that long ago, back when my handle was Chili Dog.
Yeah.
Because I like the Licks Chili Dog.
Yeah.
But we're like, that's a dirty name. No, it's not.
No, it's a dirty name. It's coccyx. You don't want to land on your coccyx.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do that. Talking about things that sound dirty that aren't. They're talking about CNN and they're talking about the Senate, right? Mm-hmm. And apparently there's a black caucus.
Yeah.
Sounds dirty, but it's not.
There's a big black caucus.
Moving on. Okay, so I still have control of this. I forgot.
Oh yeah, I don't think I can control my computer while you have control. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Which is... Hang on, don't touch yet for a second. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. All yours.
If you're just sharing this screen, that's all I have control over, I believe. I don't know. Anyway, so downloads, we've already been to downloads. Those are all the clients that you have. You can also get the GUI client. Even though I said don't use a GUI client, we might just do that to show you what that is. Just my ask is to not depend on it. And then what we're actually going to do here is go through these ones. This is where I spend most of my time when I go for Git and go into the manual. And the other one, which is really cool about Git, is because it's open source. Where's the right? I want to open that in a new tab. Open a new tab. So because it's open source, the book for Git is actually open source. You don't have to buy it. You can buy it, but you don't have to buy it. You can go through the Git book whenever you feel like it. You can download the PDF, etc., etc., etc. Very good book. Very good book if you want to go deeper into anything.
Written by Scott Chacon and Ben Straub.
Oh yeah, that's the other pro tip, and this is the story. I told you this the first time, but I was telling you a lot of things when we first started this.
Yep.
I didn't really understand Git for a long time. Like I kind of knew the commands, but I had no idea what the hell was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I got so mad that I spent like 30 days, about an hour a day, just doing nothing but Git and watching Git videos.
Yep.
Kind of a little bit of an evangelist.
Mm-hmm.
But Scott Chacon is this guy here is, I believe, one of the co-founders of GitHub, and he does a bunch of videos on YouTube. If we search for him on there on Scott Chacon GitHub video, there's tons and tons. He is the best explainer of Git by far of all the videos that I watch. So very good guy to watch if you see a YouTube video from him, or any kind of educational one. Check it out, it's worth it. There was one where he was at a conference and he has like an hour. He has an hour talk to do it usually, right? Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, they were short on time, and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna do the fastest Git explanation I've ever done," and I think he does it in about 15 minutes or something. He packs all, and just and it gets like an applause at the end. It's really hard to do. Anyway, it's the book. And ProGit, and then the reference manual. Let's open that up. This is just showing you, mostly just to show you where stuff is, right?
Yeah.
And where to find stuff. But if you just go Git documentation, the weird part about it is if you go Git documentation, you go to Git-SCM, which I think is Git-source control manager, something like that. Source control management.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just Git. It's the Git book or Git documentation. This is the official Git documentation. And that's it. I think the next thing I wanted to do was just go over one of these videos, but you don't have to share this with me. But if you could share the sound with me, then I could hear what's going on.
Share the sound.
We'll play one. So we're going to play all 4 of these videos.
Okay, just give me a sec here.
Okay.
We're going to pause this because I have some music playing in the background you can't hear because I'm not sharing my sound. Okay, so I've shared the sound. So it's these videos here?
Yeah.
What is version control? We're going to play this. You still have control.
They're all short, right? So we're just going to play all these ones.
Hi, I'm Matthew McCullough with GitHub.
Hi.
And I'd like to take the opportunity today, for those of you who are new to version control, to describe at an abstract level what it does and how it relates to your job as a knowledge worker. I want to begin by describing at a very high level the standard tasks and steps that a knowledge worker might go through in creating some content. This could be a designer, person who works with documents, or, as is most frequently the case in the realm that Git is talked about, a developer or someone who writes code. All of those roles have the common behavior in place that we create things, author new files, write the content, we save them, We then subsequently make some edits or changes to those files. Corrections, additions, requested modifications, and then we save them again. This seems like a simple set of steps, but how would you graphically represent that? That saving the thing again and again is the goal and where version control helps, providing you clarity as to when you did it, why you did it, and what the contents of the change were. Open for review at any time in the future. If we drew a picture of the activities of you working on one of those files that we just described, you might, for each of the points in time, describe what you did to the file, why you changed it, and then you'd like the tool itself to record what the contents of that change were. From one word to another, a spelling correction, the change of a color or a background, or adding a company logo to the top of a web page or even a Word document. For a single individual, this doesn't seem too hard, and for a single file, it seems relatively straightforward. Many individual products are putting this into the product themselves, this idea of keeping a history. What would this look like in terms of a graphical client that sits atop of Git? Here's GitHub for Mac, at which point I can look at any entry that I've done in the past, I can see the before and after of the change, and I can go into the details of that with the description in context and make sense of why did I make this modification. For a single individual, I repeat, this is again rather straightforward and rather simple. But where Git really shines is when we start talking about this in a collaborative sense. You and other team members trying to do the same thing. Even worse, on the same files. When you do that, you need something much more capable than a simple revision history of a single file for a single person. You need the idea of keeping track of who changed it, when they changed it, why they changed it, but the capability of the tool to unify these back together in what is typically referred to as a merge. These actions, these interleavings of you and the team members working on the same, similar, or adjacent files is handled adeptly by a full-fledged version control system like that of Git. This idea of bringing these changes together is shown here in the same graphical user interface. Tim making modifications, in some cases literally at the same time that I'm making them, but the tool handling it with precision and relative ease. Simply show who changed what when, and if there needs to be a unification of the two, bring up a concept that we call merge and help me bring the two sets of changes, mine and Tim's, back into a unified and resolved, good and final state. Let's recap what Git brings to the table and why it's a good implementation of a version control system. It's very lightweight. It's one of the newest implementations out there, even though it's had a full 7 years to mature, and it's extremely fast, which is important to users because the tool just gets out of the way. It provides you that history, which we said some individual tools, document editing and so on, might provide on an individual basis, but Git can give you the history of all of the files that compose a project. Graphics, designs, documents, and in many cases, even some form of programming code. Next, Git facilitates this not for just one person making modifications to changes, but actually bringing them together, facilitating collaboration, people simultaneously changing the same or adjacent files and bringing them together for a unified effect, making sense of this we're all working at the same time kind of idea. Lastly, Git is approachable for any type of knowledge worker. This is not focused just on programmers, but equally serves designers and document authors. The graphical user interfaces provide a very pleasant experience with this version control system, a visual way of reviewing the history, and a simple double click and right click for navigation and changes through those versioned elements. I hope you give Git a try and appreciate that you've given me a few minutes to talk about what this might bring to your job as a knowledge worker.
PMC hit.
Yep.
So, okay, so a couple things out of that. One, I'm curious how old this video is, because 7 years, yeah, maybe. I think it might have been more than 7 years. So there's no date on this one. But the other one is that the one that we didn't go over all that much was merge conflicts and stuff. Like, what if we work on the same line of the same document at the same time?
Yeah.
Like, I push something up and you push something up
Mhm.
and click with each other. They have a concept called merge conflict. But that's it for that. Just go on to the next version.
Sure.
Like
What is Git? What is Git?
That's the song. We could do it. You had the same song.
Welcome to another screencast on Git. This is Matthew McCullough with GitHub, and I'd like to talk to you today about Git enabling your projects and how that goes above and beyond what we've discussed about the basics of version control in the first episode. When we're looking at Git, the big idea here is that we actually have an implementation of the idea that we were previously calling version control. Git is one specific flavor of this. There are many options out there today, but it's a very popular one and very successful one. And I'll give you a couple of reasons why, revealed in 3 parts. First and foremost, many version control systems require a complicated server setup to be effective. On the other hand, Git is actually locally enabled, meaning that you can version control items just on your desktop, just with a single piece of software available at the command line. You don't need any complicated server software, but if you want to use a server component to collaborate with your colleagues, that'll be available in a few minutes. Let's revisit a diagram that we've already examined before, and that's one of history. This idea that we brought up in our version control podcast described the idea of having many people contribute to a project. If we look at that from the perspective of just a single computer, a single person sitting at the desk at any given point in time, this is relatively simple. You could even take turns at the keyboard, and the implementation in Git at the command line for someone that we'll call Developer Dana would look something like this. It would start off with the initialization of a project, the setting up of the Git control structures. That's done at the command prompt with a simple git init and then the name of the project. That creates a directory, a folder that can contain the project files as well as the control files that store the historical elements, the history snapshots of your documents, images, source code if you're working with a program. Git add is the command that actually notices the files and puts them into a kind of holding zone, ready to permanently be committed. And then nicely aligning with the word that we just used, commit is the keyword that actually permanently records a historical version or snapshot of the files as they exist at a given point in time. That's a simple use of Git, but we want to take it to the next step when people are actually collaborating in a fashion when they're not at the same machine, when they're not working at the same time. And it actually gets quite a bit more complicated from the conceptual side, but hardly any more complicated from the implementation side of Git. Git is designed from the ground up for team collaboration. Every feature that you see is centered around making this experience simple, easy, being effective for even hundreds of developers. Having this at the core of our tool takes us back to that picture one more time. People working in sequential fashion. However, they really don't work in sequential fashion. It's this more complicated diagram. It's people working at almost different times, but with overlaps, and all wanting to bring back their work to the home base, to have it incorporated in the primary copy of the project. While that's a wonderfully simple way to describe it, it doesn't really model reality. Reality is that people are working at different times, but with slight overlaps, each taking a personal copy of the files, as they see them at a point in time, performing their own enhancements to them, but then bringing them back to the central copy and wanting to unify, the technical term is merge, those changes with the primary copy of the documents, the images, and the source code. It's this overlapping of time and almost parallel work that complicates a lot of matters. The implementation is significantly helped by Git. With an example that uses both Doug and Dana working on the same project at effectively parallel times, Doug can work on his master branch, an arm of the project, adding some new graphical work such as a logo, and then sending that to a central server, now adding that network component to the idea of version control, the logo, and then having Dana also participate, perhaps again at exactly the same time as the work that Doug is doing, with her contributing her feature work, perhaps some programming code, and then bringing that into the central server-based copy as well. But that last step is the critical one, bringing all the code into a unified set, merging together both Doug and Dana's work. That can be done with Git as simple as retrieving the copy of the centralized versioned files down to Doug's individual machine, and then executing a command that merges all of that work together. It'll provide help if there's any conflicting files. It'll walk you through the steps of deciding whether you want to keep Dana's or Doug's changes if they happen to collide. And in the case that they're working on similar but different files, it will merge them together completely automatically. The third category of person to speak about when discussing an implementation of Git is the person who will use it for a long time, find all the deep crevices and features of it, and in fact want to stretch it to its absolute maximum. That person is also served well by Git. Even though it's very easy for the introductory person, it's also very capable for the advanced individual. You can find that through its Unix-like structure, the ability to glue together these small programs and use option switches to control the behavior, that it suits the needs of an advanced version control user extremely well. Piece by piece adding of little segments of a document, and the committing of just some of those pieces that were selected, and then a historical graphical representation that can be done even from the command line, showing when people branched files, when they merged them back together, who did what when, on which date. All of these option switches, which at the moment for a beginner might seem intimidating, are actually extremely satisfying to the advanced user. Git serves both ends of the spectrum extremely well. Version control is a simple concept, but it's complicated by the work modes of today. People working in parallel, sometimes on the same files. Git serves that beginning user extremely well. It serves the merge capabilities well when more than one individual's work needs to be brought together. And it scales well to the advanced user over time, wanting to have precise control over the commit and over the visualizations through a series of small commands and through a rich set of option switches. Thanks for listening to the concepts behind version control and now specifically applied to Git. I hope you'll join us for our next episode.
So I'm gonna put a link in the Zoom chat. Can you open up that link?
Sure.
So it's not 7 years old. It's 20 years old.
That's what I thought.
That's why you don't put dates in your videos.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a good point.
Cautionary tale.
Yep.
But the good part is, though, the concepts haven't changed, so they never felt the need to update the video. So let's just go through all four of them. Let's do
Okay.
the last two there. They're pretty short.
Hello, I'm Matthew McCullough. Welcome to the third episode in the series of Git Basics. Today, I'd like to take advantage of showing you what it would take to install, set up, configure, and then make your very first use of Git from the command line. We'll do
It's
that
only
by
4 minutes.
first talking about where you would acquire this and what platform it works on. Git actually has mature installers, package managers, distributions, and source files for all of the major platforms today: Linux, Windows, and Mac. That download can be acquired
Stop
from
this.
gitscm.com, the official homepage for Git.
So the previous one, I've never seen any of those advanced commands. I did not know that you could just do a git add piece and a git commit of a piece.
Oh, okay.
And also didn't know that you could do the graphical thing, the last big command that they had there to show you all the branches and stuff. No idea that you could do any of that. So I've only touched the beginner stuff apparently.
All right.
So yeah, just click play. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
/downloads. It'll automatically detect your operating system and present you with the appropriate link. A quick click, download, and a few setup steps, and you'll have Git installed on your system. Next, you need to configure your username and email address. These are not used for credentials on any of the Git hosting sites. They're simply local records to give you credit for the work that you'll be doing in the version control system. These are configured by two simple instructions from the command line. First, we'll want to configure your username and email address with Git. These are not credentials used for any hosting service. They're merely who to give credit to when it records the historical events that we call commits. You'll first configure your username. In this case, we'll just make it a friendly name that you would go by for team members or more publicly known on the net. User.name is the key that we're setting. Dana DevOps is the value. Its corresponding cousin is user.email, and we'll set that to whatever we would like, again, to record in our commits and to be known by, either within the team or if we share this code open source publicly. That's all the configuration that's necessary. From there, we can advance to actually making our first use of Git. It's very straightforward. Let me show you. Heading to the terminal window once again for our instructions, we'll begin with a git init and the name of our project, which will create a directory of that last parameter that we're passing on the command line. In this case, project 1. We'll change directory, situating ourselves inside that project directory. We'll do a bit of coding. In this case, I'll keep it simple and call it just creating file1.txt. And then we'll decide to add that to version control. Adding, in this case, opts it in to the next action, which is a commit. The add is not yet permanent. It's simply signaling that we want the file to participate in the next commit. We'll conclude by making that permanent record, recording the state of the file at a given point in time, and we do that with the commit command. -m allows us to provide a commit message at the command line. What we'd like to describe happened in the activities that are being recorded for this file. That's it. You've now recorded a historical event in the Git version control system, and you can repeat the coding, work on a new file, work on an existing file, add it, even add more than one file, use a wildcard, and then repeat that commit at the very end. Just keep cycling through that, and you'll keep recording historical events that can be returned to at a later point in time. That's all there is to getting started with Git, but I imagine you'll have much more that you want to learn, and the place to go for that documentation, tutorials, videos, and all the user reference pages is at gitscm.com/documentation. Two simple configuration entries.
What?
Good tip. Good tip. Go
Oh,
go to where we already are. Good tip. Good tip. All right. So I've never seen. Well, I might as well just do all of these. The quick wins with
want to do
Git.
this one? 5 minutes, 6 seconds.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I'm probably going to learn stuff on this one. I have a feeling.
Hello, I'm Matthew McCullough with GitHub. In our ever deeper look at Git, let's look at a few of the highlights to why people are so attracted to this version control system implementation, as well as what keeps them there and enjoying what could otherwise be a mundane task. First, Git is focused on content. The importance of this is that it's a level of precision deeper than a traditional version control system, which only looks at file level precision. Git can actually follow the move of source code from one file to another over a period of time. Second, Git's idea of the staging area means that you elect which files you want to participate in the next commit. Rather than accidentally committing something that you didn't intend to, you must explicitly ask for which things should participate in the next commit historical action. Third, the idea of Git being open is one that is supported by the core tool as well as the surrounding services. The idea is to let people make contributions, or I should say more precisely, offer contributions to projects, and then to have a controlled and review type of process in which to bring those in. This applies to both open source projects and to closed internal commercial software. The process works well for both. Next, we'll talk about the idea of it being distributed. Of course, we've said this many times, but Git is extremely efficient with its network transfers, therefore making it very, very simple and pleasant to send large quantities of changes across continents, across disparate offices, and even over slow bandwidth lines. Exchanges of code actually become conversations. This is once again supported by some of the web services that surround Git, such as GitHub. You can carry on an analog conversation about bringing a bit of code into a code base. Analog in contrast to binary. Not an outright rejection if things aren't quite right, but rather a request for small improvements and tunings to make them acceptable to the overall code base. When we focus on the people and not the tools become a lot less visible. Some don't like that. In the case of Git, it's fantastic if that happens. Make Git the smallest, lightest, most background piece that you possibly can, and focus on what the objective is. Writing good documents, software, or building some good user interface, not working with the version control system. The only way that's possible is when it operates very quickly and requires only minimal interaction. When we discuss version control, we're often priming people's minds for the idea of storing a snapshot of the changes at the end of the day, some sort of backup in case our laptop melts down or the hard drive stops working. But with Git, the simplicity and the speed of making those commits means that our version control history looks much more like a journal of the changes that we were trying to make to the source code or to the project, rather than just one big blob of changes at the end of the day. When reviewing those historical changes, this precision, this inter-day set of activities and appropriate commit messages that go along with the source code is extremely helpful for getting context of why changes were made and who made them. An aspect of Git that's often put at the front of a list rather than at the back is that Git works entirely offline. Commits, branches, merges, rebases, resetting history, even searching through those historical events, all happens in an offline mode. The exchange of those changes, push and pull being the commands that we use to execute those, are a minimal set of the overall Git vocabulary. Its objective is to keep as many things local as possible and to occasionally have you exchange those over some sort of connectivity. That's a quick set of highlights for why I and some of my colleagues have really enjoyed switching to the Git version control system. You'll find that many of those items are in modest or significant contrast to the version control systems that you've used in the past. Thanks again for listening to the benefits of Git.
All right.
So that's all right. That's kind of a weirdly named video, but you sort of learn these things as you use it. And back in the day, like 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, there was a debate between which is better, Subversion or Git. People don't even use Subversion anymore.
Okay. Whoa.
Git has won. So
yeah.
Doing a thing where you should switch to Git. Git is what everybody else uses.
Git.
It's like Kleenex. If you want a tissue, you want a Kleenex, and if you want version control, you use Git. Period. So,
fair enough.
So it's a core skill. Okay, so that's all the videos. So I just want to do a little quick tour through the book. So click on the book one.
Do you want control again, or do you still have it?
No, I don't know if I.
Oh, you still have it. Actually, it still says remote control.
Okay, so let's see.
Do you? Is that my lion?
Yeah, I don't seem to be.
Hang on. Now you're doing it. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, so I don't want to go through. I don't think I want to go through each one of these things. I just want to show you where they are. So you've actually done everything here except for getting help. Get help. Let's see if that. Yeah, I don't think you've done. I don't actually use Git help. I use Google. But if you do want to find a command, like if you want to find a git add and then -h, it'll give you the usage for everything you can do with git add. That's pretty standard Linux stuff. Let's find it. So getting a Git repository, recording changes, viewing commit history, undoing things, tagging, Git branching. I don't know how much you want to go through all these things. I kind of wanted to just do an overview.
Yeah, go for it.
Stuff is, and actually, you want to.
But git.scm.com, is this just like the resource website for Git? Or one of the good ones?
The official git-scm.com is the official website.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yes. And that's what I think this is what it's not just git.com for whatever reason, it's git-scm,
okay.
Which I believe is source control management.
Well, I see like on Appendix A there's Git and Bash, Git and PowerShell, graphical interfaces, like all the places you can access it.
Yeah.
GUIs and whatnot.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about. Like some of these, like I've used this, I've used this, I've used this, I've used this. I have not used that.
Yeah.
I've standardized on Visual Studio Code. That seems to be the new standard that everybody that I work with is using.
Studio Code.
Visual Studio Code, yeah, because it's Visual Studio Code is multi-platform. It's a Microsoft product, but it works on Linux, Mac, Windows, so obviously. But It's not Visual Studio, it's Visual Studio Code. It's like the light version. Visual Studio is a different thing. Visual Studio is just for writing, or not just for, but it's for writing like Windows programs.
Yeah.
Visual Studio Code is a coding editor. That's the difference. A lot of people get confused with that. Git internals. Oh yeah, this is the deep advanced stuff that he wants. They're talking about transfer protocols, environment variables. What else do we have here? Git as a client, migrating to Git. This is hilarious. Migrating to Git. It's hilarious. Customizing Git. This is interesting little bit. Git hooks are something that we use as DevOps things. So now that you understand how Git works a little bit, and you've done a Git push, one of the things that you can do with Git hooks is you can fire off events or fire off scripts when you upload something. So if you're working on a project like a serverless project, you can set up something with your Git webhooks to kick off your infrastructure or kick off some tools to update your infrastructure automatically when you do the commit. So if I have the AWS resources set up and I have a Git webhook set up with the repo of my infrastructure as code.
Yeah.
When I update the code and I do a Git push and then I merge it or however the webhook is hooked up, it'll automatically update my infrastructure with the new version of whatever it is that I just uploaded or committed, which is cool. What else we got here? Git tools. Stashing and cleaning something. These are pretty advanced topics. What's that? Reset, demystified. I should go over this stuff. I think I'm realizing, you know how we have that martial arts thing, and the more you know, the more you realize you don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty much true of all reality.
I'm having one of those moments.
Oh man, yeah.
I said that I knew it, but I don't think I know it as good as I should know it.
Or as good as you want to know it.
Well, yeah, I can get through my job. That's right.
Yeah.
I can get through my day, but and I can get myself out of trouble if I get myself in trouble.
Yeah.
I can get other people out of trouble if they get them. So I guess that's intermediate.
Yep.
Git branching, basics of merging. We've done some of this stuff. I think I could set up a tutorial, but today's thing is more about an overview than going down into each one. Getting Git repository, recording changes to the repository, viewing the commit history. This is one I don't think we've done very much. I think I did show you this a little bit, or we saw it in the Parable part, where you do a Git log, and then it shows you the different commits and your commit message.
Oh yeah.
So, actually, this is one of the things that's important that they did say in one of those videos, and it's not a big deal if you're working with other people. But quality commit messages is a thing. Like, be nice to other people, or be nice to your future self, because if this thing says, I committed something, rather than updated the version, removed unnecessary tests. This is a good one. Initial commit is always the first one. But
gotcha.
If you don't put good commit messages in, it's really hard to find stuff.
So Git log goes from the bottom up, it looks like, too.
Yeah, it's the latest one, I believe, unless you do it in a certain order. But it's what's this one? Oh yeah, so you can see the diff of what the differences are and who did what with what and all that kind of stuff. There's all kinds of information that you can get on the commits. commit house, undoing things, working with remotes. Oh, this is a good one. This one trips up a lot of people. I'm not quite sure why. You know how it says they're talking about local first, like primarily local first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a hard. I don't know why this concept's hard, but there's like a local copy of your repo, right?
Yep.
And then a remote copy of your repo. So when you're working locally, you're doing all of your stuff locally, obviously, oddly enough. And when you want to do something to the remote repo, you actually have to say, "Hey, this is supposed to go to the remote repo." So, like this one here, git remote -v, I think is view. View. And then you can see your remotes. So your origin of your remote is GitHub, and then your fetch is this one, and your push is this one. And remember how we did yours? And then it said git push, and I was saying that you could change the remote. So this one is HTTPS, which is how you downloaded the last repo with your username and password. But last week we added your SSH key. So
right.
You do a checkout with your SSH key, and that might be the one thing that we could do today to see if your SSH key actually works. I know it works because when you did did you have to put your password in?
Yep.
Yeah, you had to put your password in. Okay, so I got a project. We're gonna change your GitHub thing from the Gitparable from the HTTPS remote to the SSH remote.
Okay.
And see if it works. And where actually let's do. I'm gonna have to Google it. Yeah, let's go through quickly. I think that's a good exercise to do.
All right.
Small exercise to do. And I think that's it as far as the book and where the book is, and you could download it. And if you want to, nobody uses these things anymore, but the e-publishers put it on an e-reader. Yeah. All right, I think that's it for the one. I want to pull up Ubuntu. You can take control back. And
There's
just one sec.
fart upstairs.
There's a big fart upstairs?
No, big fort.
Or there's a big fort upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations.
You might have to see and see what it is.
Okay, I'll see it a little bit later, okay, buddy?
Secret.
Okay, it's a secret? Okay, don't tell anybody.
Okay.
no, don't tell me.
I told my mom because it's a secret.
You're going to tell your mom because it's a secret? You should always tell your mom and dad secrets.
Yeah, always, yeah.
Good boy.
If you don't know me.
They
Okay, so I will take, hold on.
yeah, so I don't know what you want to do for shares and stuff, but
I'm going to...
browser window with Google and your Ubuntu window.
Here, oh, I got an idea. So what did you want me to do?
I'll bring up Ubuntu.
Ubuntu.
Start Ubuntu.
Ubuntu. Yes.
And then change to the folder wherever the Gitparable is.
Jeez.
I think it's CD. It's CD and then mount. Your mount is on your MNT. CD/MNT. No, you got okay. CD space MNT. And then I think it's just C drive. Do the LS there. Yeah, so C. I don't think you need to do that. I think you can just do CDC and then it'll work. Yeah, it's Linux, right?
Yeah.
And so now do an ls again. I can't remember where we moved it. Oh no, we moved it into your root folder. CD, and then the tilde, space tilde. Yeah, we moved it into your root folder. Do an ls there.
Yeah, there it is.
We moved it into your root folder. So do a git cd Gitparable.
Oh, right. What's that?
Yeah, and then ls. And then do a git remote -v. There you go. I didn't catch it. So now you see how your origins are HTTPS.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you kept this like this, even though you've added the SSH key, you would have to put in your username and password every time. The objective is to change your remote from HTTPS to SSH, and then you don't have to do that. So there's a couple options you can do that. If you wanted to just do quick and dirty, you could just delete this folder and check it out again, right? And then you get the new remote SSH. Or
Yeah.
Clone it with the SSH. But for this exercise, we're just going to pretend that you can't do that for whatever reason, and you're going to change the remote. So in a Google tab, go change Git remote from HTTPS to SSH.
Oh, it's looked at. It already populated.
Yeah.
Right there.
And let's just look at one of those. So there should be. Oh, this is a shell script. Is it a bash shell?
This is exactly what I've been looking for months. It is bin bash.
Yeah, no, this is the work. They've already done the work that I want to do. So just go back. I want to do a more command liney one. Yeah, like this one. Yeah. So, okay. So the bottom one there says switching URLs from SSH to HTTPS. We want to do the opposite of that one. So get promote -v, get promote. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so go back to pull up another one with GitHub. Log into your GitHub account. Sorry, that's very bad words. Log into your GitHub account.
Yep, already in.
Go to the repo, the one repo that you have there. Right, yeah. Click on the left.
Oh, here, there it is. Okay.
Click on that, and then where's the download button? See where it says code and the download thing. Change that to SSH. Click on the SSH and copy and paste that thing there. That one.
Copy. Yeah.
Does it work?
I don't know. Copy and paste it where?
Just hang on. Just put it in the clipboard for now.
Yeah, it's in the clipboard. I pressed copy.
Okay, go back to the document on the instructions. So that one. So yeah, it's on that one. Go down a little bit. So see the git set URL origin and then HTTPS. So go git remote set URL origin and then copy what you have in the clipboard, because you're changing the remote from SSH or from HTTPS to SSH. So I think that'll work.
How the hell did I do this last time? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, you didn't copy it.
Yeah, I did. You were telling me that last week too.
Yeah, it doesn't work. No, the thing doesn't work.
Yeah, it's doing the same thing. See nothing there.
So just go highlight it and hit Control C.
That's what I just did.
Okay.
We had the same problem last week.
Open up a new, or just open up Notepad.
That's a good. Well,
Yeah, and put the first part of the command in the first, the git, that one. I always have a, so just so you know, I always go through like
Git. Yeah, GitHub. So we need to add the HTTPS.
No, you don't need to add the no.
Oh, we
no.
don't. We don't do it. So it's just like this.
The reverse. It's exactly like that without the dollar sign. No dollar sign.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So that should change your remote to. Yeah.
There we go. Just right clicking it.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
it. Okay. And then enter.
Yeah. Now do git remote -v again. See how it's changed?
Yeah, the HTTPS is gone.
Yeah. So now you need to add your SSH key that you made last week.
Yeah.
Into, no, go back to the terminal. You only have one SSH key, I remember.
Oh, you do?
But,
Okay. Yeah, I don't.
SSH add, SSH dash add. No, all one. This is the one that is the where it's actually all one word, which is hilarious. And then /.
Oops. That's
Right,
backslash.
space.
No, that's.
Actually,
I had it
space.
right. Sorry. Say it again.
Go back. Space. Go space. No, go back. Go the tilde.
Oh.
And then / dot SSH / and then I think it's I think it's ID. Type I and then tab. Yeah, that's your only key that you have.
Oh, okay.
That's your SSH key. So add that. Enter.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Archer just found his sewing needle on Zoe's floor. Oh, that's nice.
You want to go deal with that? I can wait.
No, it's fine.
How'd you find a sewing needle?
I don't know. It's probably from the last tenants here. Or Zoe found it and put it there. I don't know. It says could not open a connection to your authentication agent.
Oh yeah, because we don't have the agent running back. So okay. So go to. So I missed the step. You got to do the eval thing. So go back to Google and go add my key GitHub. Add my key to GitHub. It's those two steps that we had last time. So no, did that one already. Generating a new. Yeah, click on the purple one. I don't know if that's the one, but it'll
This one?
where we want to go. Yeah, grab that one. So we found it from this before. There's a link in here. Yeah, there you go. Adding your SSH key to your SSH agent right at the bottom. The blue. That's what you want to do. So you got to do the eval SSH agent first.
Oh, we got to do this?
Yeah, that's the one I missed. Yeah, that's the one I missed.
So go copy and then here.
Yeah, okay, there you go. So you got a PID, which is a process identification number.
Yep.
And now you should just go up arrow twice and then hit enter.
There you go.
There you go. So now if you do a git pull, yeah, that's because you've never done this before with SSH. Just say yes. Oh, you did pull some stuff. Yeah, that's cool. So now if you made a change, so do an ls. Let me see if we can change some text and stuff. Do an ls right there.
Hang on, I gotta make a joke. There's
Sorry, I need to refresh coffee.
yeah.
Oh.
So like on TikTok, when they're talking about what's his nuts impeachments, they go, if I had a nickel for every time he's been impeached, I've had 10 cents, but that's not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
Yeah. If I had a nickel for any time, you said some people say. The dialogue is just crazy.
All right. So yeah, I did a git pull and it
We're doing ls here. I'm going to show you something here.
less.
So actually, yeah, just make a do. I'm going to teach you some Linux stuff. The other thing I was thinking about, based on your Linux stuff, if somebody got a Linux Academy subscription, would you use it?
I don't know what that is. So
Linux Academy. I'll just pull it up. Tell you. Go up there and go Linux Academy.
oh, that's weird. Is this what you're talking about?
Yeah, you don't need notifications. So, a Cloud Guru was the one that I learned everything from all the AWS stuff and Linux stuff. I think you need a little bit of Linux stuff.
Oh, I have a little bit. Yeah, I probably would, honestly,
Yeah.
based
Okay.
on what I just saw.
Okay.
Because it said 1,400 hours of Linux learning.
Yeah.
Prep in-demand certifications into advanced topics. Learn Azure
Yeah.
and AWS. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Because I have this for work, but I can't give you the work one. But I'm also thinking I might just get it. We're losing stuff. They're making some mistakes as far as I'm concerned with taking some stuff away from us. Little stupid stuff in corporate. Anyway, so I'm thinking of getting this on my own and just yeah, we'll talk about what the next sentence later.
Okay.
Anyway, go back to the. So I'm just gonna walk you through these. So just do touch.
What? Like the word touch?
Touch, and then space, and then new file. .text.txt. Yeah, enter. So you just created that file. So do a vim, vim, and then new file space new file.text. Spelled new file backwards.
Oh, whoops.
All right, just escape. Hit escape.
Oh, hang
Got
on. No, hold on. No, that's not gonna work.
You gotta hit escape.
I did, but if I hit escape, all it does is
Yeah.
that. Doesn't do anything.
And it does do stuff. Just listen to me for hit escape. Hit escape again. This isn't a command line. You're in a editor.
I know. It's because I'm in Zoom. It's escaping out of my meeting controls.
Oh, okay. So try colon.
Say that again.
Just try colon. Yeah, there you go. Hit Q.
Oops.
Hit Q and then override with the exclamation point.
Okay, hold on.
You might have to exit out of that again.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Let's close it. There you go.
Okay, so you didn't have to do that, and Vim, even though it doesn't look like it did anything, it did do something. If you had typed colon the first time I said it,
I did. and I pressed enter, and it.
Watch what you're doing. You didn't hit enter. I didn't say hit enter.
Oh, I know. That's fine. Settle down.
Hold on. Yeah. Anyway, that is a good way to get out of it, but you didn't have to do it. Vim is a visual something manipulation or something. It's a text editor. Just type Vim and then the new text file.
Vim.
Actually, you need to go back into your directory. You changed out of your directory.
So do I got to go what, like CD C? Was it?
Do an ls because you're in your home directory. Yeah. So it's cd space Gitparable.
Oh, right. Okay. And now I got to do the Vim again.
Yeah, Vim and then new file.
File.txt.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So hit the I key, which is insert. Type. I'm putting some text or whatever you want to put in here. And you have to just listen very carefully.
Okay.
Hit escape. Hit W. Hit colon. And type W and then Q.
Is there a space or just WQ?
Just W and then Q. No space. Just WQ. It's right quit.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Now enter.
Now enter, yeah. So now do a git status.
Oh, and there's the one I made by mistake, the SWP. Can I delete that from here?
Just delete that. DEL.
And then just type what it says there.
Yeah.
.xt.swp.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Oh,
sorry, remove. Sorry, I was wrong. The same thing, but RM.
Oh, it's just RM.
Yeah.
And then dot and W E F I L L E dot xt dot swp.
Yeah, there you go. Now do a git status. You should have one.
Okay, cool.
So there's nothing in here. It doesn't matter, but it's just to show you that the SSH works. So do git add because you've added a file. You've added content to the file. Now it says, hey, I don't know about this one. So git add space and then new file dot text.
Oh, I see. Space.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful. That thing that it's saying there that says git add dot, you gotta be very careful with that one.
Oh yeah, maybe you want to say git add dot because then it'll add everything.
Correct.
In that folder.
And then if there's stuff in there that you didn't want to upload, then it's
Mm-hmm.
not impossible to undo. But
yeah, that makes sense.
better not to just have them in there.
Okay.
Okay, so you've added it, right? So if you do a git status now again,
Sure.
it's in the staging, right? It's changes to be committed, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you now have an option here to get out of this. If you wanted to unstage it, you would click that. But I do want this file in there. So
I would click what?
See the commit there? It's telling you what underneath the thing. It says change to be committed. Use git unrestore -- stage files to unstage.
Oh, I see. So I would just type that in if I wanted.
If you wanted to unstage it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. So so you want to commit it. So git space commit space -m space colon or not colon quote double or single, it doesn't matter, I don't think.
What, colon?
Sorry, it's a quote. You're
quote.
making a message.
I think it's this.
So added some stuff for
I got you. Okay.
uh,
Added. I'll just say notes.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, hit enter. See, now it's telling you that I added a file and I inserted one file. I didn't delete anything. Create mode for the new text file. So do a git status again. You don't need to do this every time after.
Yeah, just to see what we're doing here.
So
On branch my changes.
So your local branch is up to date, right?
Yeah, and so nothing's on stage anymore. Stage to go, because that's why it says nothing to commit. Working tree clean.
Actually, you're still in a branch. You weren't in master, which is fine. Actually, it's something else I didn't expect to do. But so do a git push now. Git push.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you notice something?
Did I notice something?
Did you notice what you didn't have to do? You didn't have to put your username or password in.
Oh yeah, right. And that was the point of doing the SSH, right?
Correct. Because if you're doing a whole bunch of work and you're doing a whole bunch of commits all day, having to put your password in all day is a pain in the butt. So
yeah, I would say so.
So go to the GitHub, go to the repo, go to the Gitparable repo.
I think that's this one.
Yeah. So you see how it says commit and do a pull request. Because you weren't in master, you were in the my changes branch. You didn't push to master, which is actually good. I don't like it when people push to master.
Yeah.
So go compare and do a pull request. And then just say added notes and just create a pull request. Right. And then normally what would happen is I would have this blocked. Like you make it so you couldn't merge your own pull request.
Yeah.
But for now, just click on merge pull request. And then confirm merge. And then delete the branch because you don't need that branch up there anymore. And then go back to just the root of the repo.
Right here?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. And then now go look down, and you should have a new text file in there somewhere.
Called notes, or what did I call it? New file. This is this one 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, see, that's the other part, is you can tell from the history of it what's going on there. So you just created that file locally using Vim, which you didn't know, but you used Vim to add it, and then you put it in using your SSH key, uploaded it, did a pull request, merged your pull request. So ta-da, you know Git.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, I'm getting to know it a little better.
Like I said, it was a battle for me. So.
Oh yeah, it would be, without you, I'd be nowhere near this at all. But it's very, very handy, very fast, very simple.
Super frustrating too, yeah. And actually the best tip of that whole video is the people before the program, right?
Yeah, fair.
Like the work is more important than doing fancy things with Git, right? Just does it do the job? Does it do the job you need it to do? Can you share information with people? Can you collaborate?
Yeah, that's really cool.
I think that's it for the Git stuff. I can't think of anything else.
All right. And for the second part, it's that we have you want to go 2 hours, right? Normally?
Yeah, two and a half.
Okay, so if we go 2 hours, we have 35 minutes. If we go 2.5, then we have 25 minutes more than that.
Yeah, well, somewhere in the range. We want to do the Azure thing, not the Azure thing. Get back on the Cloud Practitioner.
The tutorial.
bandwagon. Yeah, the two dojos. The two dojos.
2 dojos. All right, let's jump out of Git.
You actually, before we switch, do you have any questions, thoughts, anything about that? It's cool.
No, it's just cool. I like it. I think it's awesome. Probably use it more.
You
For
can
sure.
at least have intelligent conversation with somebody.
Well, yeah, like we're I think I was telling you about it, that at my job they're talking about using AWS to implement some things.
Yeah.
So what's kind of funny about it is that people are like, the guy that I work with is already AWS certified,
Yeah.
and he's moving to product development. They
Right.
asked him to move over. So and because they want to start doing APIs in AWS, and then I want to program our on-VIF cameras to just upgrade their productivity. So I made the the company improvement suggestion of embracing the cloud and using the Panorama appliances to make those on-VIF cameras do cooler things, so we can sell more of our analog equipment to bring it into the future without changing the product.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of cool. Whoa, what's this?
I don't know. They're selling you stuff.
Okay, so
Before we start this, can you open up another tab? I do remember that, and I did want to go over something with you real quick.
yes,
So, AWS, type out AWS API Gateway.
AWS API Gateway.
So I don't know if there's a little video on this, but this is what they want.
Yeah, he popped this up in front of, because he has this. Well,
Yeah, he knows all this.
yeah, he had a lot of information, so he's a
Yeah.
fairly
So
advanced.
You're not gonna tell him. You're not gonna tell him any of this
Well,
stuff.
he's like a overachiever, speaks 5 languages, and he's like, you remember our old roommate there on the east side? He'd always make all kinds of like huge claims, which has made me doubt anybody that made huge claims in the future.
Yeah.
Well, so I don't believe anybody. So he's telling me like he's doing all this like cool stuff that he's done throughout his life, and he had this company and that company, but then the longer I get to know him, the more I've learned everything he's saying is true.
Yeah, so I was actually talking to one of my buddies, this is a Spanish guy, and I think it was Todo Logo, which, and Todo is all, right? Everything.
Yeah.
And logo is logo. So Todo Logo means he's got a logo in everything, right? So
Yeah.
that's the type of guy.
Yeah.
Does everything about he's a rally car driver, and I was a Facebook pilot, and I was in NASA. And,
I didn't even realize I was speaking in Spanish.
yeah.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite game. Trying to impress girls, and the girls are like not impressed, because you should know what language you're speaking in.
Yeah.
Unless you're born in Spain and you're
Okay,
Spanish.
The other one that I might do is kind of so. This might be my own crazy project that we might want to do together. That's kind of along the lines of yours. So there's a crazy squirrel in the backyard here.
Yes.
And he's crazy. He's a crazy squirrel. And he grabs sticks. I mean, that's kung fu with the sticks. So he'll roll around. He'll grab a stick like a bow staff.
Yep.
And he'll start rolling around in it. And I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's crazy. But I want to get one of those recognition cameras and literally have the project called Look a Squirrel. So it's a recognition camera that goes in the back and says if it's a squirrel or not. So I'll know when the squirrels show up in the back.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you could do that. Hot dog, not a hot dog. Gotcha.
But it's literally Look a Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's pretty funny.
Anyways,
ADHD.
I was gonna bring that up. If he's already brought that up, he knows way more about it. What was the other one?
I don't know if he knows more about it, but he knows about it. The other one that I was talking about, hang on, I'll just, actually, let's Google it. AWS Panorama. It's the second one down here. So if you want to make that panorama that they announced work,
Yeah.
so like these here, the CCTV cameras that are already installed that don't have any connection to the cloud, connect to this box.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be SIP, I believe.
It
has to be connected to SIP, and then this thing, it has to be on VIF for the codec.
Yep.
And then that will give it functionality. So that'll say, like, the cameras will be there, and then it'll say truck, no truck, right?
Yeah.
So that'll say there's 4 trucks here that are coming into the building. Then there's 2 trucks. Like, it'll just tell you whatever. Or like, we could set it up. Like the example I've been given is for the pandemic, if you don't have PPE on your face, like you could just see a face, or you're standing too close together. You know, or to the point where you could give, because it's machine learning, you could tell the difference between me and my supervisor, who's like he's got red hair, and so it might be a little easier for a color camera to figure out the difference between the 2 of us. So it could go, "Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Corey," or whatever, as you walk in, just for demonstration purposes with the intercom. Right? Or like if you connect it to our security system, I don't know if those are on VIF, but
How about you have 10 seconds to comply?
yeah. Put on PPE. You have 10 seconds. You have 15 seconds to comply. I am now authorized to use physical force.
Is there a price on this one? Or no, they don't have price.
Nah, it's but you see right here where I was talking about, the AWS Panorama appliance can connect to cameras that support the on-BIF standard.
Yeah.
And then you can use your custom CV applications for license plate recognition, detecting faults in assembly line. And then the inference results can be displayed on a monitor.
Yeah.
So like our one of our intercom cameras, our SIP cameras at work, runs on OnVIF, and the older version has an HDMI output that can go to a monitor. So this could theoretically go to a monitor and just display that kind of information. It's a little
That's
interesting.
kind of the stuff that I was talking about. That's the one I sent you over the week for the one they're talking about for detecting assembly faults.
Yeah.
Like having a machine, like having a remote machine, and then there's something wrong with the machine, that the video on it, and then a little bit of preemptive maintenance on it, because it's like, oh, it's not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to make that noise, or not.
Sure. And then like here it says provision, like say you have a security camera, because the intercom camera only activates when an intercom call goes in, the one I'm talking about. But those other ones where our SIP horn is connected to a camera and the security camera is just on all the time. So it says here, provision your AWS Panorama appliance for connection to the cloud and automatic discovery of networked cameras. So that if the SIP horn is connected to an existing security camera, that's what this thing can do.
Yeah.
So this is kind of good practice, because we have a meeting coming up and I'm going to start the virtual camera and throw this up in the background, so the product development guys know what I'm talking about, and then it can give me some practice, like, because they'll go, well, we're not going to develop a product for that, but in your spare time, if you could do this, that'd be great. And then it's something I can do to increase my skills.
Yeah, give me a budget.
Yeah.
Buy me the machine. I'll fit. Sure, buy the machine.
Yeah.
That's all I need. Buy the machine.
And I don't know. So, oh yeah, here it is. There's more information here. It has one HDMI for connecting to a monitor for seeing inference output, 2 gig Ethernet ports to provide redundancy, for subnets, load balancing the device's half rack, blah blah blah, dust-proof water suitable, and then will be available soon. Until then, get started now building and tested your apps with the AWS Panorama Appliance Developer Kit by signing up for the preview here.
Yeah, you should sign up.
Yeah, I'm going to. So power reset, there's a couple USBs, one HDMI and an SD card, and then 2 Ethernet ports in the power supply security jack plate.
What you should actually do is you should get them to make you an IAM user and give you cross account access, and have them sign up for the user, and then you can talk to them about organizational units.
Well, so I can. That's what I'm going to do. Like, it's a good idea because I can put my business email here and stuff.
They're going to be more. They're going to be more interested in TOA than you. You get more support from TOA and more money.
Well, yeah, definitely, because I think it's important.
I'm actually not kidding. You should say, hey, create me an IAM user in the account.
Well, yeah, they definitely will. Like, I don't think I'm going to be left to the side, like, for this, because I'm, like, well, the thing is they need the person in my position. So now, like, it's weird because under my supervisor, I'm now senior in my department because the other guy moved, and he'll still be in our department for 30% of the time.
Yeah.
But now I'm getting my responsibilities have increased.
Yeah. That's cool.
A little bit, but I'm not. It's a good job. I'm not going anywhere yet. But so, the more valuable I become, the more.
That's the negotiating. That's the negotiating thing. You don't always have to go somewhere else to make more money. Just make yourself more valuable.
Sure.
Okay, that's cool. I like that idea. They'll probably be like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah, like I'll say, I was going to sign up. I actually was just about to sign up for it, but then I got to thinking here all this stuff. Like, why do you want to do this? Well.
Yeah, actually, that's what I would do tomorrow too. Is your meeting tomorrow or this week?
Yeah. I think it's on.
Oh,
actually, sorry. When I say it's our meeting, it's like our kickoff meeting this week, where it's our.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I'll be bringing, because I'm gonna use the virtual camera like I am with you.
Yeah.
So I'll just have like a regular camera, and then I'll have all this. I can do exactly what I'm doing with you in the background here.
Yeah. And I would bring up the thing where it's like I was gonna sign up for the preview, but you guys might have some more cachet to get.
Well, yeah, because
by myself.
And obviously it depends how much it costs, but you got to determine that by signing up. And it looks like I can practice without buying anything. Like,
I think so. Yeah.
All right. So.
All right. Enough of that. That's cool though.
All right.
So plan coming together. It sounds like.
Yep. Seems like it. Out of this this random thing.
You're gonna have some good, intelligent conversations about AWS stuff, and they're gonna go, "How the hell does he know all that shit?"
Well, I already have. Like, it's funny because myself and my colleague there that's in the same department, not product development, we're like explaining the things, and we were like bantering back and forth. Well, not bantering, but just discussing ideas back and forth, while the product development guy who knows Azure better and some other cloud concepts, and he knows programming, like he knows C# and everything like that, but he's just like AWS is new to him. But he's really, really interested. So, and he'll pick it up fast, obviously.
Yeah. All right, where were we on this one? I don't remember what. I don't remember.
Well, geez. Well, I did a few things since then. Let me just. Where were we?
The last thing I remember about this one, we were doing groups, like section.
Well, we were doing section based, and I did like these are all my attempts here. Go back to my courses here. Is that it?
I wonder if we've sold any for this.
What?
I highly recommend this to everybody.
Yeah, this is awesome. And you can see, like, there's just somebody that posted 1 week ago. They passed from this, working towards AWS CSAA next, but I passed thanks to this.
Yeah.
Passed with 905 out of 1,000. That was 2 weeks ago. And then they congratulate them back. It's cool.
So I did do some research on LinkedIn on this. So on the value of this, of hiring on your own.
Yeah.
You put this on your goals list and for work, like your work goals list.
Yeah.
of like the things you want to do this year because you're already doing it anyway, and having that on your resume and on your LinkedIn thing.
Oh,
Your current job is a little like self-motivated, does things on their own, interested, brings good things to the table, actually gets the certification, doesn't just bullshit about it.
yeah, sure. So we were doing like what we were doing before is we were going through it section by section.
Yeah, we do both sections.
And you see like because I went through it enough times that I passed all the tests, it says 100% complete.
Yeah. So okay, well let's just do a review then. Do you want to start? Do you have any particular one that you know was not very good? Remember?
Well,
Feeling.
honestly, it was. I think it like trying to remember. Like it was mostly billing and pricing, and security were the weakest, and then technology, and then technology was third weakest, and cloud concepts was strongest.
All right. What do you want to do? You want to challenge yourself and do the final test?
Well, what? How much time is that? Yeah, we can do that. You can just. Do you want to do review mode or timed mode?
Review mode.
Okay, so then we'll know right away. So we'll do. Hang on, I'm just gonna pause my music here because the music's too exciting. You can't hear it, but I can. All right, so let's just go review modes that one because I haven't done this in a while, and you know. Resume quiz. Nope. It's because I was in the middle of it before. I need to do quiz summary, finish quiz, and restart it. Results are being recorded. Oh, that's a terrible score.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta try it again. Oh man, is it because I only answered 8 questions?
Yeah. I've done that before. Where I'm mad. Where I'm just no patience.
Oh, I've done that like 100 times already on this very thing. Which of the following is capable of inspecting your AWS environments and making recommendations for saving you money, improving system performance and reliability, or closing security gaps?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay, so there's that one.
That's an easy one.
Blank is one of the components of AWS global infrastructure. It consists of one or more discrete data locations housed in separate facilities.
I think that's it. But let me read that. I think that's it. Let me read the question though, just to make sure, because they trick you, right? You know this
Yep.
now. Something is one of the components in the AWS global infrastructure. The one or more discrete data centers with redundant power, networking, and connectivity. One or more data centers. So an availability zone is a data center.
Correct.
Yeah, it's region. Yeah, that's right. Ah,
nope. The AWS cloud infrastructure is built around regions and availability zones. And region is a physical location in the world where we have multiple availability zones. Availability zones consist of one or more discrete data centers, each with redundant power, networking, and connectivity housed in separate facilities.
That's okay.
Fair enough. All right. Which of the following are things that Amazon CloudWatch logs can accomplish?
Send your log data, absolutely no charge. Create alarms that automatically stop, terminate, reboot instances. Monitor application logs. Just retention policy, no. Core AWS, that's CloudTrail. Store logs at absolutely no charge. I don't think that's correct. I think you got it there.
You think I got it? Damn it!
Why
Okay.
adjust retention policy?
Adjust the retention policy for each group. You can use Amazon CloudWatch. CloudWatch log enables you to centralize the logs of all your applications AWS services in a single highly scalable service. You can then easily view them, search them for specific error codes, patterns, filter them based on specific fields, or archive them securely for future analysis. CloudWatch logs enable you to see all of your logs regardless of a single and consistent flow ordered by time. You can query them and sort them in other dimensions, group them by specifics field, create custom computations in a powerful query language via there's the service there it is, log retention. That's the second answer. You can adjust the retention policy for each log group, keeping the indefinite retention or choosing retention between periods between 10 years and 1 day.
Wow. Okay, well, that makes sense. I think we need to get back on this one if you're going to get this one.
Yep. A company has web servers running on Amazon EC2 instances that access a RESTful API located on their on-premises. What kind of architecture?
Yeah, that's the easy one. You got it there. That's right.
Yep. Some of the it's a little bit funny because these are really complicated to me, like all of them obviously when I started, and now a lot of them are just gimmies.
Yeah.
You need to launch a new EC2 instance for a beta program, which is scheduled to change its instance family, operating system, and tenancy in exactly 3 months after it. You need to launch a new EC2 instance for a beta program, which is scheduled to change its instance family, operating system, and tenancy exactly 3 months after its trial period. Which reserved instance should you use? Okay. Yeah.
Convertible is kind of it's in the question. Right?
That was one of those gimmies, but I just wanted to make sure I read it a bunch of times before I actually committed.
The thing with the gimmies, right, is
Yeah.
I think some of these things are gimmies, and then I go, and then it's like, oh, what the heck? So
Yeah, but that's why I read it 3 times after. Which of the following options below is solely the responsibility of the customer in accordance with the shared responsibility manual?
yeah.
I think it's this one. It's busted me. It's busted. Oh, it's on security.
I mean, what the heck?
This one, like it always gets me. Like this one.
Yeah, why is this one wrong?
Service and communications protection or zone security, which may require a customer to route or zone data within specific security environments. Hence, it's zone security.
I don't understand this one. Go back up. Question.
Customer is responsible for security in the cloud. AWS is responsible for security of the cloud.
Okay, so go back up. I want to read the question. But patching on the host. Oh, duh, that's a dummy. I'm a dummy because it's patching on the guest operating system.
Oh yeah, that'd be fair. Yeah, that's a good point.
On the host operating system.
Yeah, because the host would be AWS, right? So
correct.
That makes sense. Okay.
Guest operating system is what we see. So
okay. Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
There for next time.
Yep. Which AWS? That's a good note. Which AWS service allows your EC2 compute capacity to automatically scale based on the incoming traffic?
Yeah, it's easy one.
Which of the following is true regarding Amazon Relational Database? Simplifies, and this one.
Okay, did we screw up on this one before?
Well, I'll give you a hint. I know I have the correct answer.
Okay, so I've screwed up on this one before.
I don't know, and I could be wrong. Though
Yeah.
I think, sorry, let me rephrase that because I'm too confident on this. No, I'm pretty sure it's not fully managed. The 99.99% is not the answer because it's just a joke answer. And the auto scaling, like that has to do with an auto scaling group, not.
Yeah, the simplify management time consuming database tasks. That's correct.
Oh, I know.
Maybe to set up, operate, scale relational database. I don't know. I think I've got this wrong before by putting it's a fully managed relational database service, but I really want to change it to it's a fully managed. But I think I've been bit by this specific question
Okay,
before.
well, if I'm wrong, then I'm gonna get bit.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're wrong, you're gonna um get bit, I
I
guess.
don't.
But
I
I'm not
just
gonna change it. I'm gonna check it. Okay,
trying to
so let
check
me
it.
check it.
I just think it's what. So what's the
But
why?
we can look at the reasoning, obviously, even though I got it right, and this was a memory thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
not a not because I understand. So I do understand. Sorry, I'm selling myself short here. Amazon RDS makes it to set up, blah blah, like what it says in the question. It provides cost-efficient, resizable capacity where automating time-consuming administration tracks or tasks such as these things. It frees you to focus your applications so you can give them fast performance, high availability, security, compatibility. Amazon RDS is available in several instance types for memory, performance, I/O, 6 familiar database engines, all these. Here, you can use a database migration service to easily migrate or replicate your existing databases. Hence, the correct answers are these two. The option that says is incorrect because it refers to S3.
Yeah.
The option that automatically scales is incorrect because it does not automatically scale. And then the option that
Yeah.
says
That's
fully
why.
managed is incorrect because it's just a managed database. Since the
Yeah.
customer still has control over your RDS instance, the service is considered a managed service and not fully managed. That's all.
Right. That's it. Okay. So I've never really heard of that before, or never really thought about the difference between a managed service and a fully managed service. That's the key differentiator there.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Because I knew that I'd been bit by this before.
And I have to, even like when I was just going like doing this every night by myself.
Yeah.
And I actually did read this, but I had forgotten that I read it.
Yeah. Yeah. So the difference for this one is managed versus fully managed.
Yeah. So and it simplifies and makes it easy.
Yeah.
Is that how I remember it?
Yeah. And if you just read it, if you scan it, you would not catch the difference between
Yeah.
fully managed and managed. Yeah. Got it.
Gotcha. And it's just like, and when I was answering it just now, the thought in my head was like simplifies and easy, and it's not
Yeah.
a fully managed. Those were the three things that I remembered. So that's why I picked them so fast.
I didn't remember the not fully managed. There was something though.
So which of
Anyway,
the following IAM identities is associated with access keys that are used in managing your cloud resources via the AWS command line interface?
yeah, that's it. I know that's a gimme for you.
So I have it. You would say this too?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that because my AWS wizard of a brother taught me that one. Which of the following best describes what CloudWatch is?
Cloud Trail is the last one. A metric repository is what I think it is. It's repository because you make rules based on your metrics. It's not an automatic security assessment service. It's a metric repository.
This one I do not remember, not even marginally.
Yeah.
There you go. It's basically a metrics repository. An AWS service such as Amazon EC2 puts metrics into the repository, and you retrieve stats based on those metrics. If you put your own custom metrics into the repository, you can retrieve stats on these metrics as well.
Yeah, and the whole standard metrics versus custom metrics is a whole thing. Anyway. That's
Yes.
cool.
Okay. Good. I don't remember seeing that question ever. That's so weird. Which of the following cost management tools allows you to track your Amazon EC2 instance RI usage and view the discounted RI that was charged to your resources.
Yeah, I think it's that one. Yeah, I think it's that one. Yeah. See, second guessing myself there. That's about that.
So what service provides the lowest cost storage option for retaining database backups, which allows occasional retrieval in minutes? And
Yep.
you got bit on this question before because I think something changed, but Amazon Glacier Deep Archive can be accessed in a day or two, but
Yeah.
Amazon Glacier can be accessed in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I remember this one. That's right.
Yeah, because it was just a little weird. An AWS service which you should you use to launch up? It's this one. Um, versus Elasticache or Redshift. I don't know. You tell me.
Elastic Cache is the in-cache memory. Redshift is a big data thing. DynamoDB is a serverless database. You got that's Aurora. Aurora.
Nice. Which of the
Aurora,
following is true?
for your knowledge, there, Aurora is Amazon's version of the MySQL database. They took MySQL and made their own version. Anyway, next.
Fair enough.
Which are the following true recurring ELBs? Yeah, you know this. You know this one.
Nope, I didn't. It distributes incoming application traffic across multiple targets, such as Amazon EC2 instances and multiple availability zones.
Oh yeah.
Let's read this. Elastic Load Balancing automatically distributes incoming application traffic across multiple targets, such as EC2 instances, containers, IP addresses, Lambda. It can handle the varying load of your application traffic in a single availability zone and across multiple availability zones. ELB offers 3 types of load balancers that feature high availability, auto scaling, robust security necessary to make your applications fault tolerant. They are Application Load Balancer, Network Load Balancer, and Classic Load Balancer.
Yeah, that's scanning. I scanned the questions.
Yeah, fair enough. And the option that I put, which automatically increases or decreases the number of instances to application changes, is incorrect because this refers to auto scaling. Shut up. Okay, in AWS, blank is one of the advantages of consolidated billing.
So I think it's volume pricing because when you do consolidated billing, you take advantage of volume pricing because all of your stuff goes through the one bill. You can also have the ability to have one member account pay charges to all the master accounts. That's not right. It's not. I don't think that's right.
You don't think that's right? So which one do you want? I'm going to let you pick this one. I'm not even going to argue.
Ryan's volume pricing.
Okay, if I was right, then you're gonna send a Elgato green screen through the time machine.
Shave my head.
Damn it! You were right.
I remember this one.
Good. So the ability is incorrect. It's actually the other way around, bro. Every organization, AWS organizations, has a master account that pays.
Yeah, that's what I was reading there. That's
fair. That's fair.
Last one is like, no, that's reverse. That's reverse. Because you only have one master account, and then you have
fair. Okay.
Consolidated account. You pay the master account pays the child accounts, not the other way around.
Gotcha. Right on. Okay. Which of the following can you use to connect your on-premises data center to your cloud architecture?
Which of the following can you use to connect your on-premise data center to the cloud infrastructure? No, the VPG. VPG. No, VPG. Oh, you guys select 2? Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just being silly. but VPG. So VPG. Which of the following can you use to connect your on-premise data center and your cloud architecture? Select 2.
Yeah, VP. Yeah, those two. Yeah, pretty sure those two.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna check it.
Yeah, pretty sure that's right.
No, Route 53. I thought it was Route
Yeah,
53.
I got bit by this one too. It's because of hosting.
Route 53 is a highly scalable DNS. It is designed to give developers and businesses an extremely reliable, cost-effective way to route to end users to internet applications such as numeric. It can also help you create a hybrid cloud architecture through the resolver, which provides recursive DNS for your Amazon VPC on-premises networks over AWS Direct Connect or AWS Managed VPN. VPC peering is incorrect because this is just a networking connection between two VPCs.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
Go up a little bit. So yeah, that was my bad. So
That's fine.
So you have your VPG, but you need a route to your VPG. So you need route 53. So that's
okay, that makes sense. But I haven't done I haven't done this year. I haven't done this. I was doing it every day with the intention to do it soon, and then I kind of fell off because of all the, well, honestly, it's pandemic stuff.
Yeah.
Having to come work from home again, getting busy at work. Which type of elastic load balancer supports path-based routing, host-based routing, and bidirectional communication channels using WebSockets?
That is a application. Oh wait. Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait, path-based routing? Did you say path-based routing? Yeah, path-based routing is application load balancer. Wide reach. Yeah, and it does WebSockets now. Network load balancer is it's application.
So ALBs for the poor. Oh, there's a deep dive there.
Oh, that's cool.
But I can go through these things on my own. Which of the following characteristics correctly describe the Amazon Simple Storage? Whoa.
Well, it's an object store. You know that one.
But they need to a hybrid cloud storage device, a highly durable storage infrastructure, high performance block.
I think it's the block storage, high performance block storage, object storage. Oh no, it's not block. Sorry.
I would say maybe
hybrid. No.
Probably this one.
Probably that one. Durable, high throughput file system is not a file system. It's not a high. Yeah, that's right. Those two are right.
Looks right to me, but we'll see. Yep. Noise. Okay, a customer is planning to migrate some of their web apps that are hosted on premises to AWS. The following is what is it?
The second, migrate application hosted, which is the following benefit using AWS over virtualized data center. No, it's not higher upfront costs. Lower upfront costs. I think that's the one. Higher variable costs and lower upfront costs. Lower variable costs, lower upfront costs. No, it's got to be that one because your costs may be.
Well, that makes sense to me, and the reasoning for it is that if you make a web app that's auto scaling and a lot of people access it, obviously the cost is going to go up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in Netflix, for example. Yeah. But you wouldn't need to invest in a giant server farm that's 5 square kilometers to be able to accommodate it. So
I think that's right.
All right. Nope.
Lower variable costs, lower.
It was lower and lower.
Lower and lower. Yeah. It was a 50-50.
Yeah. So why was what we said wrong? Higher variable costs. It's incorrect because AWS provides the opposite. Well, I think it's arguable.
Yeah, that's not necessarily true based on my experience, but you got to remember part of this is marketing too, right? So if you're selling this to the boss, they would want the second one. It's like, oh, it's gonna cost me
Well,
more.
that's the answer that's going to be on the test, regardless of my opinion. Which service should you use if there is a need to launch a customized self-hosted database that shuts down every night to save on cost? Redshift.
No. Redshift is big database. Think big data. Customized self-hosted database. Well, if it's a self-hosted database, it has to be on a EC2 instance. Which service should you use if you need to launch a customized self-hosted, that means on your own instance, database, which requires a scheduled shutdown every night to save on the cost? So, it needs to be that one, yeah, because the instance store volume is ephemeral, which means the instance store will go away. It has to be EBS volume to store your database. So that's correct. Yeah. Can you go up? You understand what I just said there?
Yeah.
So the instance store volume is ephemeral. It shuts down every time the EC2 instance goes away.
Yeah, so you want it to shut down every night.
Yeah, and if you shut down your database on an instance store, you lose all your data.
Well, yeah.
Not good. Cool. That's good.
All right. And then in AWS Trusted Advisor, which of the following options are included among the 5 categories being considered to analyze your AWS environment and provide the best practice recommendations?
I think instance usage is one. Performance.
I don't know. I think it's probably that, but I'm just a total guess. That's what I would want to see.
I haven't looked at Trusted Advisor for a while. I'm pretty sure its instance usage shows you underutilized instances. Performance, not sure about. Infrastructure, what's it going to show you for infrastructure? Storage capacity, what's it going to show you for storage capacity? This is throw some darts. I have no idea. Yours were just as good as.
All right. Well, let's just check it then. Nope. Instant usage is wrong.
Yeah.
Huh. So let's see why though. I'm going to look at that first. Fault tolerance. Oh, it's all 3. Instant usage, infrastructure, and storage capacity are incorrect since these are not valid categories in Trusted Advisor. So these are the 5 things that are in Trusted Advisor: cost optimization, security, fault tolerance, performance, and service limits.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't looked at. I don't even remember fault tolerance being in Trusted Advisor. I haven't looked at it for a while.
Performance that I picked, that I said I'd want to see, is recommendations that can help to improve the speed and responsiveness of your applications. And then fault tolerance recommendations that help increase the resiliency of your solution by highlighting redundancy, shortfalls, current service limits, and overutilized resources.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. A company is currently using, where is it? A company is currently using Amazon and they plan to save on cost. Which of the following is the most cost-effective option if it's going to be hosted more than 3 years? Yeah, it's always all upfront standard reserved instance pricing for a 3-year term. No upfront convertible is more expensive. All upfront convertible is more expensive. No upfront standard reserve for 1 year is more expensive. So yeah. I know this is correct.
I want you to do that. I want you to do that hard.
Yeah. What is the minimum number of availability zones you should set up for your application to create a high available architecture? Peace.
Do.
A company is Yep. Okay. Company is designing a new cloud architecture for its mission critical application must be highly available. Which of the following is the recommended pattern to meet this requirement? Yeah, it's the first one. The one I selected, I believe.
Yeah.
Does that seem correct to you?
All the other ones look not right. So yeah.
Correct. Okay, so there is a requirement to launch a new database in AWS where the customer assumes the responsibility and management of the guest operating system, including updates and security package. Which of the following services should customer use? Hmm. No.
No, because you need to. So, uh, yeah, it has to be EC2 because of the uh, customer assumes the responsibility and management of the guest operating system, including updates and security patches. Has to be EC2 because all the Aurora, which is the only other one that makes sense there. Amazon does the patching, not the customer, so it's EC2.
Correct. Which among the two options below can you use to launch a new Amazon RDS database or to your cluster VPS?
Management console, cloud formation.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, those are right. Collect your gold and move on.
Which of the following is the most cost-effective plan to use if you need access to AWS API for programmatic case management?
I think that's the only option.
Yep, that's correct because developer doesn't have it. Business and enterprise do.
Yeah.
Which of the following is a key financial benefit of migrating systems hosted on your on-premises data center to AWS? Opportunity to replace. I think it's this one. Or, whoops, I missed.
Uh, no, it's the other one. It's the top one, I think, because you're not buying a whole bunch of hardware. You actually said it a couple of sentences ago. You don't have to buy a whole bunch of servers and stuff. And operational expenses is running those servers. Capital expense is buying the servers.
I believe you're
Right?
right. I believe you're right. Okay. But if I were writing the test by myself, I would have chosen that one, even though, but if I had read it over and over again, I would have said, because the difference between the two is uh, these two words right here,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah,
I know from doing the answer before that that's the words I'm looking for,
yeah.
not lower operational expenses. Which of the following allows you to set coverage targets and receive alerts? Budgets. When your utilization drops below the threshold you define, I think.
But it's either
Yeah, this is billing and pricing, so
watch billing alarm.
that could be. It makes sense actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
well, alarm might be. Yeah, let's try it. Nope, I was right.
see,
Mm-hmm.
I that was my fault. That was my fault.
That's fine. But let's look why it's wrong, though. CloudWatch billing alarm is incorrect because although you can use this to monitor your estimated AWS charges, this service still does not allow you to set coverage targets and receive alerts when your utilization drops below the threshold you define. So it just doesn't do the thing. It doesn't allow you to set coverage targets, basically, but budgets does. Yeah, and you'd think it would be the other way based on the name, but so like it's a logical conclusion, but a company is using Amazon S3 to store their static media content, such as photo and videos. Which of the following should you use to provide specific users access to the bucket?
Yeah, bucket policy is it?
Yep. And which among the options below is a highly available and scalable
Yeah, that's the easy one.
domain name system, web service, and AWS? Is that right? Damn it.
No.
Recognition?
No.
Route 53?
DNS is Route 53. Even though they say Active Directory Domain Service, that's a false flag. Recognition is the camera thing.
Oh, right. And
Like sale is the web. It's like the you just quick. It's the quick start.
quick start recognition is that. And this, I know, just know it's not that. Route 53 is a DNS server. I just read that a few questions ago. So, okay. It's a highly available and scalable cloud domain name system web service.
9 out of 10 when they're talking about DNS, they're talking about Route 53.
Fair.
Oh, this one we got screwed up by this one so many times.
Regional service.
EFS is regional.
Yes.
EC2 is regional.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think those are the two. Because we just discussed that. That's a DNS.
Global.
Security tokens are different in batches. Something else. So I think you're right. Nope, it is batch. It screwed me up before. AWS Batch is a regional service that simplifies running batch jobs across multiple availability zones within one region. You can create AWS batch environments within a new or existing VPC after a compute environment is set up. Associated, you can define job definitions which specify which Docker container images to your jobs. And then EFS is a, yeah, we already know that.
I want to see why EC2 is wrong.
It's incorrect because this is considered a zonal service since it is tied to a particular availability zone where it's launched.
Okay, so it's even more constrained, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Go up. I want to read that again because this one's go up to the top of the question. Which of the following is regarded as a regional? Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah.
All right. So in the shared responsibility, which is of the following options below is a shared control between AWS and the customer?
I think awareness and training.
Yeah, it's the only thing you can share out of those options. Which Amazon EC2 instance purchasing option lets you take advantage of the unused EC2 capacity in the AWS cloud and provides you up to a 90% discount?
Spot instances are cheaper, but it doesn't say anything about. Yeah, it's spot instances because the key there is the unused EC2 capacity. So yeah, it's spot instances. So a spot instance is something that you can start up and it saves you a ton of money. You don't save as much as you do for reserved instances from spot instances.
Mm-hmm.
But spot instances can go at any time.
And if it's unused, it doesn't cost anything, according to. Because that was it was the question, right?
No.
It provides which Amazon instance purchasing option lets you take advantage of unused EC2 capacity in the AWS cloud and provides up to 90% compared to on demand. So because I would have said standard, because that's usually what the answer is for saving money. It's a standard.
Hang on. So one of the things you're not saving on unused. You're taking advantage of. I can wait until there's available resources to spin up my stuff, and I don't care if my stuff goes away randomly. So you have spot instances aren't for something where you're running along like a web server.
Yeah.
Spot instance is something where you need to run some calculations or something, but you don't care how long it takes.
Yeah, fair enough. Gotcha. Which service should a company use to centrally manage policies and consolidate billing across multiple AWS accounts?
That's organizations.
Correct. A company which has a basic support plan needs resources to deploy, test, and improve their AWS environment. Which of the following can they use for free?
Yeah.
And then 37, you need to host a Microsoft SQL Server database in an AWS for an urgent environment. Which AWS services should you use to meet this requirement? For an urgent project.
I think. I'm going to backtrack. Redshift? No. Aurora is MySQL. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
How the hell did I do that?
No, that was right. The two
Oh, I
on the
know it's
top-
right. Just
The two in the top were dumb, and Aurora is MySQL, not Microsoft SQL. Aurora is, I believe, only MySQL.
which is true regarding the developer support plan in AWS.
Oh, we had this one. Yeah, you've been over this one, obviously. Yeah, you don't have full access.
I think I'm right here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Which statement below is correct regarding the components of the AWS? This is weird. I think it's that one.
Okay.
Yep. Which services provides event history of your AWS account activity, including actions taken through the console, SDKs, command line tools, and other services?
Yeah, it's CloudTrail.
And which of the following can a developer use to interact with your AWS resources?
Yeah, you're cooking with
I
gas.
missed. That right? Okay, and then which of the following is an advantage of using managed services like RDS, Elasticache, and Cloud Search in AWS?
The top one, I think.
Nope.
Bottom one.
Simplifies.
It's okay.
It simplifies. Wait. Hence the advantage of using managed services like RDS Elasticache. It simplifies all of your OS patching and backup activities to help you keep. So what did we pick? Freeze up. Let's see why freeze up is wrong. Freeze up is wrong because customers can still choose to optimize the underlying instance being used for their RDS Elasticache and Cloud Search service.
Yeah, but what if I choose not to? It still frees me up.
Fair enough. All right. CCP security. In the VPC dashboard of your AWS management console, which of the following services or features can you manage?
PC. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure. No, it's not Road 53. It's not secure. Yeah. That's it. It's those two.
Actually, that makes sense
Those two.
because they're related.
Yeah, correct. And they moved one into the other.
And they have their own. The other three have their own respective dashboards.
Yeah.
A company. Sorry, I'm just laughing because I hear Zoe like laughing and joking, and she was like, "I want to go to bed early an hour ago."
Oh yeah.
So she sits up there goofing off. It's funny. A company has hybrid cloud architecture where their on-premises data center interacts with their cloud resources in AWS. Which of the following services in AWS could you use to deploy a web application to servers running on premises? So it's a code deploy. I think it's those two.
Sorry, what?
Which of the following services in AWS could you use to deploy a web application to servers running on premises?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
I know. I don't want to get cocky and say I know before I press check,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I had it in the chamber. Uh, which of the following shares a collection of offerings to help you achieve specific business outcomes related to enterprise cloud adoption through paid engagements in several specialty practice areas?
Yeah, that's I've never heard of that. That's what that is. But yeah, I'm not sorry. Never heard of it before. We got it before, but that's
Yeah,
correct.
I gotcha. You think concierge is correct?
So,
Nope. I did too, though. AWS professional services. It must be one of the ones we just glossed over, or just been a while. AWS professional services shares a collection of offerings to help you achieve specific outcomes related. Or these questions have been because I think they've added some things to it.
I think I've added some stuff.
Shares a collection of offerings to help you achieve specific outcomes related to enterprise cloud adoption. Each offering delivers a set of activities, best practices, and documentation reflecting our experience supporting hundreds of customers in their journey to the cloud. Professional services offerings use a unique methodology based on Amazon's internal best practices to help you complete projects faster and more reliably while accounting for evolving expectations and dynamic team structures along the way.
Yeah. What threw me for a little bit of a loop there is our company has a department
Oh,
of professional service.
and the reason why is because concierge is for enterprise accounts.
Ah,
That is what it says here in working with enterprise accounts. So I wouldn't have guessed, and I wouldn't have guessed professional services just because I hadn't heard of it. And those two, like enterprise, I wouldn't guess because of the same reason. Technical account manager, same reason it's enterprise. So it's just not concierge because concierge just applies to enterprise.
I just looked. I did a Google on AWS professional services,
Yeah.
and it's not in the console anywhere. The only button is contact sales.
Oh,
So,
okay, fair. Increased speed and blank is one of the 6 advantages of cloud computing, which refers to the reduction of acquisition time for making new compute resources available to your developers from weeks to just minutes.
yeah, that's right.
Right on, right on. Which of the following provides you the most granular data? I think it's Cost Explorer of your costs and usage, and also load that information to Amazon, Athena, Redshift, QuickSight, or a tool of your choice.
It's either two. It's two or three. I think it's three.
Well, here's the thing. I think that if I remember right, that's a false flag. But
Yeah,
it could be a false flag. So it
yeah,
could be this, or it could be this. And
yeah.
I'm gonna go with Cost Explorer. And yeah, damn it, it's a false flag. So hang on, I'm not gonna change it though. So what I answered cost. I wanted to say Cost Explorer. That's the thing. You analyze your costs, but not at a granular level. I remembered reading this because I remember the words granular level were in the explanation.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So, but this is the most granular data. So, cost and usage report is the most granular data. This is close, but no cigar because this is more granular and this is less granular.
And this is one of the things with the AWS tests is which is more correct.
Yeah, exactly. Which of the following cloud architecture principles is followed if you distribute your workloads across multiple availability zones in AWS?
Yeah, decouple. Yeah, decouple. Or wait. Yeah, decouple.
Or is it designed for failure? Because if it fails in one zone, it jumps over to the other one.
I think design. Okay, I don't remember the stuff.
It's the thing. Think parallel. Implement elasticity. That's for not that. Think parallel. That's for not that. It's either decouple or designed for failure. Which of the following cloud architecture principles below is followed if you distribute your workloads across multiple availability zones in AWS as well as using Amazon RDS AZ.
Oh, designed for failure because of that one. The multi-AZ is designed for failure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See the little tiny word.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That like, and I was seeing a split second before you did. A company is planning to adopt a hybrid cloud architecture with AWS. Which of the following can they use to assist them in estimating their costs? Total cost of ownership, Cost Explorer.
Wait.
I'm not doing anything. I'm waiting for your input.
Estimating the cost. Pricing calculator is something for estimating costs. Cost Explorer is stuff you've already paid already. Cost allocation tag.
I think it's these two.
I think it's those two too. Yeah. Nice.
Okay, for a security audit, a company needs to download the compliance-related documents. It is,
Artifact. It's artifact.
yeah, that's right.
Artifact. I remember this because this one.
Users from different parts of the globe are complaining about the slow performance of the newly launched photo sharing website in loading their high-resolution images. Which combination of AWS services should you use to serve the files with the lowest possible latency?
Front and S3. So that's an easy one.
Which of the following is true on how AWS lessens the time to provision your IT resources?
Oh, there, the third one. The third one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Don't even need to explain that. I get it. Which of the following allows you to categorize and track your AWS costs on a detailed level?
Yeah, it's got to be budgets. Budgets.
No, cost allocation tags. A tag is a label that you or AWS assigns to an AWS resource. Each tag consists of a key and a value. A key can have more than one value. You can use tags to organize your resources, and cost allocation tags to track your AWS costs on a detailed level.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
What did we say? AWS budgets is incorrect because this just gives you the ability to set custom budgets that alert you when your costs or usage exceed or are forecasted to exceed your budgeted amount. Shut up. Which service should you use if you need a scalable, fast, non-relational database service?
Yeah, that's correct.
How can you apply and easily manage the common access permissions to a large number of IAM users in AWS?
The role when it's roles. If it doesn't say role in any of them, it's wrong. It's a role.
Nope. Attach the necessary policies to a new IAM group, then afterwards add IAM users to the group.
Okay.
An IAM group is a collection of IAM users. Groups let you specify permissions for multiple users, which can make it easier to manage the permissions for those users. For example, you would call a group admins and then group the types of permission that administrators typically need. Any users in that group automatically has the permissions that are assigned to the group.
That's correct, sir.
And what did we answer? Attach the IAM policy to the roles.
Yeah, it is right. And IAM role.
Then afterward is incorrect because this is also not an effective way of applying the permissions to a large number of IAM users. It's better to use IAM groups to apply and easily manage. Blah, blah, blah. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the benefits of using edge locations? Well, that's one.
I think it's the second one. Provides high scalable storage, your static content, improve offers easy. Yeah, it's not data great. Not provide caching with reduced. It doesn't do caching. I think those are the two.
All right. Yes,
No.
it does. Okay, so let's look at it though. Let's just read this though. So just so I know. Amazon CloudFront is a web service that speeds up distribution of your static and dynamic web content, such as these things, and image files to your users. CloudFront delivers your content through a worldwide network of data centers called edge locations. When a user requests that you're serving with CloudFront, the user is routed to the edge location that provides the lowest latency. That content is provided with least performance. Regional edge caches are CloudFront locations that are deployed globally, close to your viewers, or located between your origin server and the points of presence. Global edge locations that serve content directly to viewers. As objects become less popular, the individual POPs might remove those objects to make room for more popular content. Regional edge caches have a larger cache than an individual POP, so objects remain in the cache longer and nearest regional cache edge location. This helps keep more of your content closer to your viewers, reducing the need for CloudFront to go back to your origin server and improving overall performance for viewers. Hence, the correct answers are the correct answers.
Yeah, I just remembered that when you download something from CloudFront, it does cache it, so it doesn't have to download it the next time.
So the option that we chose is incorrect because this refers to Amazon S3 and not edge location. Yeah. Fine. Okay. Next question. Which of the following below are the benefits of using consolidated billing in AWS?
Yeah, that one. Oh, there's more. Share volume pricing. That's another one. That's reverse, I believe. Right, that's the same as one of the other ones. That's not. Yeah, I think it's those two. Oh, that would be cool to get pay everything just $1 a month. I like that one.
Woo! Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, what are the things that you can implement to improve the security of your IAM users? That's one. Configure a strong password policy. I think it's that one.
That's that. Yeah, that's correct.
Yep. Which of the following is a key design principle in...
Couple of my looses.
Well, a couple of your looses. I hate those gooses to pooses. Among the following services, which is the most suitable one to use to store the results of an IO-intensive SQL database queries to improve application performance?
I think that's Elastic Cache. Yeah, because you store the queries in the cache.
Yep. Makes sense. Which of the following EC2 instance purchasing options can help you address compliance regulations by allowing you to use your existing server bound?
I don't know. Dedicated.
I'm just going to read this one more time and see if I can remember this because I know I've had this question before. Which of the following Amazon EC2 instances purchasing options can help you address compliance requirements and reduce costs by allowing you to use your existing server-bound software licenses?
Pretty sure it's dedicated host.
Oh, dedicated host? Okay.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Reserved instance is like, yeah, it's the only one.
So it's a physical server with EC2 instance capacity, fully dedicated to your use. Dedicated host can help you address compliance requirements and reduce costs by allowing you to... Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that makes sense because I get it. It just makes sense. Well, look at this. Dedicated instances.
Yeah, the big thing there is your own license. Like your own.
Makes sense. Okay, a company is in the process of choosing the most suitable AWS region to migrate their applications. Which of the following factors should they consider?
Yeah, the licensee to users. Is it a hybrid? No. Some security.
Oh, I know it's the last one. It's support country specific data sovereignty compliance requirements. This is one of those weird ones.
Okay.
And I think that one's right because it's definitely not this.
Yeah.
Because they don't really do that.
Yeah.
It's not that, and it's not that. So, whoops. Yeah. Don't pick 3. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Bum, bum, bum. Which AWS services should you use to store rapidly changing data with low read and write latencies?
Yeah, that one. EBS is. Is there two? I guess like two. Oh, it is.
They're always select 2 if they're like this.
That's all rapidly.
Huh.
Oh. Is it RDS? Is it AppStream? EBS. This is a weird one. I don't know. I actually don't know. Low read write latency.
Man.
Yeah, I have no idea. Sure.
Let's just try this.
I have zero.
It is RDS, damn. Okay, let's see why it's RDS. So it's not AppStream because it's just a fully managed application streaming service, which you can use to centrally manage. And then it is RDS. Well, let's just read it. AWS offers multiple cloud storage-based options infrastructure. Each has a combination of performance, durability, availability, cost, and interface, as well as a characteristics such as scalability and elasticity. These additional characteristics are critical for web-scale cloud-based solutions. As with traditional on-premises applications, you can use multiple cloud storage options together to form a comprehensive data storage hierarchy. Amazon S3 is optimal for storing numerous classes, durability, availability, elasticity features. However, I'm just looking for RDS.
No. Read the rapidly changing data. The answer there is in the.
That's what I'm looking for. Okay, rapidly changing data. Data that must be updated very frequently might be better served by a storage solution with lower read-write latencies, such as Amazon EBS volumes, Amazon RDS, or other relational databases, or Amazon DB.
Yeah,
Hence, the correct answers are Amazon EBS and RDS. Just as mentioned above, these services are suitable to use in storing rapidly changing data with low read and write latencies.
Yeah.
The company is planning to launch a new system in AWS, but they do not have an employee who has AWS-related experience. Which of the following can help?
The partners one. The AWS Partner Network Technology Consulting Partners. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to sell you some stuff.
Yep. What should you provide to your developers to allow them to access your AWS services through the AWS CLI? That's SSH keys.
No.
Or is it access keys?
That's it.
Let's see. My brain's on Git.
Yeah, that's all good. We're also close to the end. I think that's the last question, right? Quiz summary. Did we win? I think we won.
Well, we'll see. I'm not sure.
I think we won.
We didn't do. We've done worse, but I've done better too, but not for this one. Oh, that's pretty good.
What do we get? 75? Yeah. That's
Congratulations, you passed the test.
That's a pass in my book.
It's a pass in their book too. We still highly encourage you because, like, it's just barely, like, what if 80% is the pass?
Yeah, you don't want to go into the test with just 80%.
I'm not gonna go. The only time that I'm gonna go like do this test is if I get close to 100% on these practice tests, and then I'll do it soon. I'll book a test soon after and keep practicing right up until the day of the test.
So, on that note, I wrap up pretty soon. But on that note, you should probably set a target date. I'm gonna give you advice that I don't follow.
Sure.
You should set a target date of when you want to do it. I think you're pretty close now. Probably a month of like what do you call it, cramming.
Yeah.
A month of cramming, you can probably do it. So if we spend this month, why don't we make the objective? We won't do anything else except for work on this for the next month, say 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad idea. Sure, we can do that.
Is that you already got this scheduled, right? and I was gonna say you need to schedule something every week and then decide to make it like book a date. I have no idea how the tests work now in COVID days.
You can do them remotely now. They want you to have a camera, and they want you to, like, they're going to want you to pan around your testing environment.
Yeah.
So I don't think if you pan around down here and you see my 3 monitors, and I don't know, I'd need to do the test here. So I'm not sure how I'd go about it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. That would actually be an interesting thing to talk about too. Just how to do it now. Because when I do it, I have to go. Used to have to go to the testing center.
Yeah, and because they're just doing it because of COVID. That's the reason why they're doing it.
Oh, I understand. But yeah, so we can do, instead of jumping all over the place, we'll get back on this one, try to get you this in the first quarter of this year.
Yeah, that'd be great. No, I'd like to, that'd be a good goal. I'd like to get it done by March.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. First quarter of this year, have this one in good.
Yeah, get that in the bag. I'd like to have.
You're almost there. I think if you were lucky and you got a good test, you could probably pass it.
Well, like to put it in my back pocket so I can, like, and when they ask me what my goal is for self-improvement, I can say I'm going to get my AWS certification. And now that they're talking about you, like, implementing AWS on the product development side.
Yeah.
Then yeah, that'll be an important thing to have.
Yeah.
Come what may.
And the thing now, and it's a good thing. I probably lucky for serendipitous that we started this, because it's not, are we going to use AWS services?
Yeah.
Which AWS services are we going to use?
Well, yeah, and if not, like, it's going to be cloud, and because AWS is most popular, obviously.
Yeah.
Right. Word. Okay, well, what are we at? Oh, we're at 8:47. We went over. So we got so excited about our tutorial dojo, we went over.
Oh, I knew we were going to finish it. It's fine.
All right. Well, I'm just going to put the stream is ending thing up here. Just give me one sec. And then I'll get out of here, and then I'll sign off to you.